Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. There is a very interesting verse in chapter 20 of Quran. This is verse number 52. Let me read the Arabic first and then translation. It says, La yadillu rabbi wa la yansa. It means, my Lord is free from error. La yadillu rabbi. My Lord is free from error, or we can say, my Lord never errs. He never makes a mistake. And then it says, Wala yansa, and he is free from forgetfulness, or we can say, he never forgets. So let me read the whole translation. My Lord never makes a mistake nor forgets. My friends, these are the words of Prophet Moses, peace be upon him, in Quran, and inform us about who Allah is. Let us look at the context of the verse. This verse is part of a conversation between Prophet Moses and Pharaoh. Pharaoh questioned Moses about what had happened to the earlier generations. While responding, Moses, without going into specific details, said that all knowledge of past generations is with Allah, that is God, who is never mistaken and never forgets. My friends, it is very clear from this verse that God's knowledge is perfect. Moses explains to Pharaoh that Allah keeps a perfect record of everything. This teaches us that God knows everything, including things that humans may not fully understand or remember. Now the lessons from this verse. Number 1. God doesn't make mistakes. When Moses says, my Lord neither errs, that is, he doesn't make mistakes, he is reminding Pharaoh, and of course us as well, that Allah is free from any mistakes. Humans can make errors, but God's wisdom is perfect, and he never gets anything wrong. I hope it is clear. And the second lesson is, God never forgets. Moses also says that God never forgets anything. This means that God is always aware of what is happening both in the past and the present, and nothing escapes his attention. My friends, the lesson for us is that we must trust Allah's wisdom. This verse teaches us to trust in God's knowledge and wisdom. Even when we don't know or understand something, we can feel confident that Allah knows what is best for us and for everyone. My friends, in simple words, when Moses said this, he wanted to remind Pharaoh that God is always in control. He never makes mistakes and never forgets, which shows how powerful and wise Allah is. Even when we forget things or make mistakes, we can rely on Allah's perfect knowledge and guidance. My friends, let me say a few words about Allah's perfection. We all know that Allah is Subhanallah, that is, he is free from all kinds of weaknesses and deficiencies, etc. In other words, Subhanallah is an expression that highlights Allah's absolute perfection and greatness, and it is used in remembrance of Allah's majesty and flawless nature. My friends, now we also need to know that the Quran emphasizes that many of the difficulties or problems people face are the result of their own actions or choices. One of the verses in Quran that emphasizes this is from chapter 42, verse 30. It says, "And whatever strikes you of disaster, it is for what your hands have earned, but He pardons much." My friends, this verse means that the challenges or difficulties people face are often the result of their own wrongdoings or misdeeds. However, it also highlights Allah's mercy, as He forgives much more than He punishes. There is another verse in Quran which emphasizes the same principle. That is, verse 286 of chapter 2. It says, "Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. It will have the consequence of what good it has gained, and it will bear the consequence of what evil it has earned." My friends, this verse reminds us that people will face the outcomes of their actions, good or bad. Another verse regarding the same subject. This is from chapter 30, verse 41. Translation: "Corruption has appeared throughout the land and sea by reason of what the hands of people have earned, so He may let them taste part of the consequence of what they have done, that perhaps they will return to righteousness." My friends, this verse shows that much of the problems or corruption on earth is caused by human actions, and Allah allows people to face the consequences to guide them back to the right path. In other words, the Quran teaches that many of the problems or disasters people encounter are due to their own actions. However, Allah is forgiving and merciful, and He often pardons many of our mistakes. The purpose of facing difficulties is often to encourage people to reflect and turn back to Allah. This is very interesting to note, my friends. Let me repeat. We face problems due to our own actions, but Allah is so kind that He makes our problems a way to turn back to Him. Isn't it amazing? That shows how much Allah loves His creation. My friends, I will close by saying that Allah is perfect. He neither makes mistakes nor forgets. It is we who are responsible for our problems, but Allah makes them a source of turning back to Him. My friends, we also need to realize that whatever challenges Allah puts us in this world, are in accordance with His perfect wisdom. And the purpose of those trials or situations is to test us as to how we behave. After all, life according to Quran is for the purpose of trying us. This is in line with Allah's plan, that is, the purpose of our creation. It seems to me that a believer is able to distinguish between the problems that he faces due to his own actions and the challenges Allah puts him in this world to test him. My friends, Allah puts us in various situations or challenges according to His perfect wisdom. That is, He doesn't make any mistake while doing that, and neither He forgets His creation in any manner. My friends, I hope we are clear by now that Allah is perfect and all His actions are based on perfect wisdom. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.